They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it kosher. Cause if they make the wrong move it kosher. See me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. So I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Won't keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it kosher. Cause if they make the wrong move it kosher.
One way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
Coming up on my new
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black lock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you do in life. These hands are rude, GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it kosher. Cause if they make the wrong move it kosher. See me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my divorce. Any man give his life for YAHANNA, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that U.P.K banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Check.
My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down.
Check.
Take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. who gon' bite the bullet? It gon' take route. Approaches better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga. Cool zone. Go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grab. Back up. Give grab. Back up. Give grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, where the truth sit, hey, where warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret what that means. Fall on his age. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Lonely one west. Say what? Lonely one west. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grab. Back up. Give grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down.
Yeah, you definitely know what it means now, bro. After this joint, we're gonna go ahead and get started, all right?
According to God, the white man is the devil.
Go there, burn the whole.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. Cause my nigga's serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, what the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga in Fayetteville, up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to one with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch. I can't afford it. I prepare slaughter. You bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak. Let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why it exists to lie the money out of your pocket.
Check. Good to go? Check this sound right quick just to make sure we good on it. Everybody, Bob Show. Check. All right, Bunker, yo, you gonna burn the joint down. You gonna burn the joint down. Yeah, we good? All right, we good? All right, clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under Commander General YAHANNA. We go out in the streets across the globe, you know what I'm saying, North, Central, and South America, Europe, you know what I'm saying, all over this world, man, teaching the truth of the Bible. And what we do is it's a profession, you understand? It's not, anybody just can't sit in these seats and go out in the streets and teach the truth of the Bible. It's not something that you can somehow think that, you know, the Christian church often say the Spirit came to them and such, these things happen in their life, and all of a sudden they're the ones that are your guide in life. You understand? You cannot do that according to these scriptures. You have to be taught certain things, right? And across the globe, the I.S.U.P.K is the school that is designed to teach, preach, and prophets that the Most High has chosen to teach our people the truth of the Bible. Tonight is the Brotherhood class, and all across the globe on Tuesday nights, we teach the Brotherhood class. And we also know that brotherhood is also synonymous with what? Sisterhood, right? Wednesday, we have the law class. Thursday is the scripture breakdown class. And on Fridays, we do the Lashawan Kodash class, which is the holy language of the Most High, right? The language of the angels. And we have brothers that have studied and scholarly in their teaching, and they do so, and they teach brothers how to be the same. And they also teach who? The sisters, and they teach children. We go out on the streets on the Sabbath and teach our people the truth of the Bible, even though the oppressor is constantly trying to come up with ways that go against what this Bible stands for. Tonight, I want to get into the topic of how do I want to phrase this thing, Quadon? What did I say earlier? How did I say it? I forgot what I said. How did I say it? The truth will offend. You understand? The truth will offend. And meaning, like, let me get the book of Galatians. Maybe let the Most High speak versus my words. Let me get the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16, Baba Kusha. Oftentimes we're stuck trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing in the earth. And as a brother, we have a real high calling in what our life is supposed to be. And when you have that, you have a purpose in life. You understand? As blacks, as so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we have a purpose, right? And oftentimes we get distracted by so many things with our purpose, Quadon. That purpose can get confused or get jumbled up when you're trying to appease and make everybody else happy. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot do that when you have a purpose. If you're starting a business, right? How do you start a business? You come up with a business plan, correct? And for you, say if you don't have the capital and you have to go to a bank. If you go to a bank and say you have a business plan or a business model, they're going to ask you to lay it out, right? And in laying it out, what are you trying to get them to see? The purpose of you coming to the bank and asking them for their funds or their collateral to start the business, right? And if that thing isn't properly laid out correct, how you think they're gonna respond? You go in asking for a loan, right? A business loan, and you got 2 lines on that joint, right? And it says, I want to start a business and make lots of money. You know what I'm saying? But I need your money to start my business first, right? What they gonna do? They're gonna laugh you out of the building, correct? You understand? It's like that type of thing. Like for everything or for every purpose that we're gonna encounter in life, you got to have a business plan. You understand? And guess what? If we understand these law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High gives us the business plan that we need. You understand? If we're going to be a brother or sister, the Most High give us a business plan. He gives us the business plan, if I may. You understand? And it's up to us to determine, like whether you're going to follow the business plan or not. Because if you go to the bank and the minute you deviate from the business plan, what are they looking to do? They're looking to recoup their funds from you, because they call it misappropriation, right? Right. So the Most High gives us the business plan. It's up to us to follow the plan, right? You know what I'm saying? He lay it out plain and simple in black and white, and it's up to us to follow the plan. If you want to be a brother, the Lord has a way of showing you to follow this plan on how to be what? A brother. If you want to be a sister, the Most High has a way of laying things out so that way you can be a sister. Obviously, his words don't change. We do. And that's what normally happens with a business plan. The first time something comes up or the first challenge that comes up, you may get thrown off your purpose. You can't do that. You can't do that. We can't do that. If your goal is to be a brother, no matter what comes up, you have to learn how to balance that thing out and be a brother. If you're trying to be a sister, no matter what comes your way, whatever challenges that may come your way, you balance that thing out and become a sister. Be a sister. And along the way, if those challenges happen to get in the way, we have what? Counsel in the I.S.U.P.K, right? So once again, we have to follow this business plan. The problem is we do this thing along the way that makes it, I don't want to say make it hard, but what it does is it can distractions, if I may. Everybody know what a distraction is, right? So sometimes things in life can become a distraction. You got to make up in your mind, like, what's important to you. What's your purpose? What's your building plan? No matter what, the distraction that may come, correct? And throughout life, our people, we have tons of distraction, you know what I'm saying? And we always, as I said, why do our brothers and sisters have such a hard time finding the truth? Why? You know what I'm saying? What is it about the truth that brothers and sisters have a hard time finding? Come on, Quadon.
So like it's like, if I may, sir, the thing about the truth is, it's like, you know, something that's really a hard pill to swallow for our people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like we've been groomed in America to believe a certain way. And then, of course, Christianity has made us believe that this is this.
Right.
You understand? But now when you hear the truth, it's like, this is something different that I've been hearing all my life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And now you know, like they say, sometimes you can't teach an old dog new ways. You understand? So it's like we've been so stuck in our ways.
Right.
And when we do hear this truth, we already so comfortable with being homeborn slaves that
right.
we don't want to come out of
it. And give them a hand, Most High in Christ. That's right. We had that one on Bunker line 2. Don, go ahead and speak, brother. Can you hear? No, on just the wireless.
There you
go, Most High in Christ. All right. So with that being said, like, not only do we have that, you tell somebody the truth, the first thing we like to do is point the finger at the person telling you the truth. You understand? We like to do that. We love to do that as a nation of people. And here we learn how to say, you know what? You can point the finger at me. I'm doing what I know to do. You understand? I'm doing what I know to do. When you gonna make the change in your life? When you gonna put down the alcohol? When you gonna stop the weed? When you gonna stop messing with whores? You understand? When you gonna stop celebrating Christmas? You know what I'm saying? So those things, when you point out to people that part, it's like a thing where we struggle with that as a nation of people. Because if you do that, then the people or the friends that surround you, they look at you different. Can you deal with that? Huh? Come on.
So, like, if I may, sir, the truth is that thing, is that place where you check all BS at the door.
That's right.
This is the place where you're held accountable for your actions.
Right.
You can't be faking here.
Come.
And a lot of our people, we've grown acclimated to shucking and jiving to appease the oppressor, you know, to appease Big Mama, to appease, you know, whomever, instead of just realizing that all purpose is to serve the Most High Power,
Come.
to please Him. So
Right. They give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose. So let me get that. Let me get that book of. Let me get that scripture that I called for Baba Kusha.
Come on. It's the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16.
Come on.
Am I therefore become your enemy
Mm-hmm.
because I tell you the truth?
Now this is the question. Now, who's asking this question?
So, like I said, this is Paul speaking.
Paul is saying this, man. And this is what you have to deal with when you talk about our people. When you talk about bringing forth the truth to the earth, man, we're going to deal with some adversity, Bunker, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're going to deal with some headaches. You're going to deal with some heartbreaks. You're going to deal with some kickbacks, some drawbacks, and maybe some heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? Because what I mean by that is, don't think just because you bring somebody the truth, they're going to gladly accept it. Don't think because you dropping this truth or these scriptures on somebody like they really understand it. What I found out that when we go out on the streets, people come up to us all the time, Bunker, y'all. They be like, yeah, we get it. But then what they really asking for 9 times out of 10 is what they want. You know what I'm saying? People come up to you on the street, they talking about what it is that they want. We can't do that. Our purpose has to be, we got to be stuck on the what? We got to be stuck on the business plan. You understand? We got to be stuck in serving the Most High no matter what's going on around us. And these distractions, they gonna come. You know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Y'all hear me, right? You're gonna have these distractions that pop up all over the damn place. But you got to stay focused. Like we have to stay focused on the business plan. Because how you gonna build if you don't stick to the plan? And in sticking to the plan, you may create a what? What you gonna create if you stick to the plan? What you create? Come on.
So, like I said, you're gonna create a solution.
That's true. That's for sure. Yeah, you stick to the plan, you will come up with a solution. What else? Yeah, you come. You're gonna come up with something of substance. And while creating something of substance, what tends to happen? Come on. Y'all looking at the screen. Something on the screen up there or something? What's up on the screen? What go happen? Come on.
You begin to grow and develop into something new, something better.
Absolutely. And then what happens? Read that scripture.
So, like I said, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Go ahead. So what after you create a valuable entity or business, what happens? Come on.
So, like you create competition.
Yeah, you're gonna drive a wedge out. You're gonna drive a wedge. You doing something like you're becoming the best version of yourself, and the people that want to attach themselves to you, guess what they want? They want a piece of you. And nothing wrong with that, but guess what you better be doing? How to stay on your purpose. Since you start changing your life, guess what people going to? Girl, come on out to the kickback. Come party with us. Let's go such and such and such. You know, and any invitation that you're going to get, guess what it's going to resemble? Things that you used to do. They're gonna look good. It's gonna be in a pretty bow, if I may. It's gonna be that red Ferrari with that white bow on it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be everything that you thought it was. At least that's what Satan's gonna tell you. That's the picture that they're gonna paint in your head. That car that you wanted, oh, he's gonna paint that picture in your mind, like how to get it. But guess what? You better stay on. You better stay on your plan. Right? That friend, like when you come into the truth, you're gonna hear these one in a lifetime business opportunities. You understand? I mean, like that friend, he all of a sudden he done had. So, like, if I may, I'm using this as a, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sidebar for me. This thing I didn't do with nothing, all right? You did what I'm saying, but I'm trying to use a parable here to say something, if I may, right? You and your homeboy been going to high school. All y'all, you've been smoking your whole life, smoking Reggie, smoking mid-grade your whole life, right? And you say, man, I'm done. I done found the truth. The Most High done gave me a new life. I done found brothers who don't do none of the things I used to do, who really want to serve the Lord, and I'm really making something out of my life. Guess what Satan do? You ain't talked to that homeboy in 2 years. He gonna call you on your birthday and want to take you out. And guess what he gonna say? Man, I got some women, dog. Oh man, they trained to go. And you gonna be like, man, I got camp this weekend. You think you can get off for camp? You can be like, I don't know, I probably can. Let me ask. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Here comes Satan trying to trick you out of your position. Try to trick you out of your what? Out of your business plan, right? So here it comes. You like, oh, let me see. So you gonna call me up, bunker, y'all. Hey, Salaki, sir, I got a friend that's coming in town. I want to go kick it with him. And we're gonna be like, all right, man, you don't want to kick it with us and then all of that? We got camp this weekend. You can be like, yeah, but I ain't seen him in so long. So these are troopers that I'm talking about, right? I ain't talking about the officers. Officers know not even give me no goddamn phone call talking crazy. You might well forget about it. You already know you at. Yeah, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a trooper, a young man, right? So they come in here, they learning, you know what I'm saying? He's rocking and rolling. He says, Salam, sir. And I tell you what, man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'd rather for you to be at camp, but if you feel like, you know, that's something that you want to do, then Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? He got to make that choice. All right. So brother, he gonna say, damn, okay, it's easy. I just pull one out of one. I'm gonna go ahead and get what, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out and kick it with my partner. So yeah, your partner gonna have the girls, right? And guess what? She gonna be a drunk. She gonna have two or three baby daddies, and every 5 minutes, her boyfriend calling her on the phone. But she want to get close to you. Now you don't learn what you're supposed to learn in the truth, right? But you looking like, God, I thought you said you had some, you know what I'm saying? So you don't shut that off, and then you know you can't sleep with no hoes. So you cool on that. But guess what he does, Quadon? He pull out that Cali bud. No stems, no seeds. You know what I'm saying? Ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Rolled up, nice long blunt, purple haze. He was that thing knocking at the door for you. It beating down the door. And in your mind, here you go trying to tell the brother the truth. Nah, man, I'm in the truth now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm changing my life. I'm serving the Lord, man. We teach the Bible from Monday to Saturday, sun up to sundown. He was like, I thought you was cool, man. This just one blunt. But what you got to understand is it's not just one blunt. It's just not some whore. Like this is a turning point in your life. And you have to make up in your mind, like, am I going to stick to the business plan or either not? Once you stick to the business plan and say, you know what, I'm never going to miss camp again. I'm never going to smoke again. I'm no longer messing with these whores out here in the streets. Guess what that brother just become to you, Quadon?
So like I said, he'll become an enemy.
He'll become an enemy to you. That homegirl that y'all used to go to the club, you know, sister know what I'm talking about, that freakum dress. And that what Beyonce call it, the freakum dress that they used to wear. I mean, the dress be so tight you can count the vein in their legs. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever seen sisters' dress be so tight they gotta walk like this? They gotta put that. I can't even do it. You know, but the dress be so tight that it prohibits the normal walking motion, Quadon. Like the normal walking motion be like this, like long legs, right? But the dress be so tight they gotta walk like this. You know what I'm saying? It's so tight. And you used to going out with your homegirls not giving a damn. You learn the truth about it, right? And then she said, you gonna serve your man? You mean your man gonna tell you when you can go somewhere and when you can't go somewhere? She was like, what happened to you? I thought you was the life for the party. Huh? I thought you was the one that made sure everybody had a good time. You were the one that always try to coordinate and put things together, right? And then you say, you know what? I don't want to be that person no more. I found my what?
So I can say,
Come on.
my business plan.
I found my business plan. I found my purpose. This is what I want to stick to. And depending on what type of person that is, they may not be ready to hear that. And if they're not ready to hear that, they'll become what? Sister Kalaipa? They'll become an enemy. Are you ready for that? Or is anybody ready for that? No. You gotta be shooting bad. Is anybody ready for that? Y'all ready for when you start to change your life, people become your enemy? You have to be ready for it. And you know how we get ready for it? We get equipped through coming to classes. So that way you have the brotherhood and sisterhood that you need when those enemies begin to come up against you. They gonna come, but what do we do when they come, right? Right? So earlier I asked the question of why is it so hard for our brothers and sisters to find the truth? And Kodon said the Christianity, so many lies in the earth. What else? How we're raised, our morals in our community, the lack of morals in our community. You understand? The fact that we don't have communities, right? The fact that we look for pleasure over sticking to the course, right? You know, us as a nation of people, we tend to follow that thing seeking pleasure oftentimes, right? Not understanding what it takes to really follow the business plan. All right, you know what I mean? And these days, our people are dealing with all types of issues. Like what are some of the issues that we're dealing with? Come on, give me some issues.
So like you, sir, if I may, drug addiction, being a drunkard, not having a full family and a father in the household or no mother in the household. Right. You understand? Love, envy, and our oppressor. You understand? Like,
right.
I mean, so I get the homelessness.
Right.
So like Christianity yet again.
These are real issues that plague our people. You know what I'm saying? These are not small matters. And what I mean like this, you talk about just something simple as women being okay with their hair. You understand? Sisters being okay with their natural image is an issue in our community. You know what I'm saying? Like we're propping up the industry of the East Indian because so many of our sisters, they buy what? They want they don't want the synthetic hair no more. What do we want? We want the what? They want the human hair now. How much that human hair cost per bundle? Get the microphone. It's right there. It's right there, Baba Kusha. Right there. Use that one. We're gonna talk tonight. We're gonna talk tonight. Let's get it. Go ahead. How much? Give me a number.
I say starting at maybe $80 a bundle.
$80 a bundle, right? So let's say she got a small head versus a big head. So how many bundles that women normally put in their hair, Baba Kusha? I'm not picking on my sisters. I love my sisters, and I love them when they have their hair, whether it's natural or they have sew-ins. I love all of it. You know what I'm saying? I just want them to be sisters. I'm just talking about the industry, how it affects us as a nation of people. Go ahead.
Lucky, if I may. Depending on the look that you're going for, I would say three
bundles. So what's 3 times 80, Bunk, y'all? Well, 160, 240. All right, the easy math ain't too tough, right? All right, most high Christ. All right, so we got 240. Now, for the sister that's going to do the hair, how much they charge to actually do the install, if I may, or the upgrade? They call it install or the upgrade? What they call it?
It's called the install.
The install, okay.
On if you want a closure. So it depends on what style. But usually it runs about $130 for it.
130, and we said 240. What's that? How much we at now? What's the number? 370. All right, so let's $370. Now the fact that you got human hair, now you're gonna have to. You can't use normal products, so you got to use some good products on that hair to shampoo it and keep it up, the upkeep. So some of that stuff, I haven't seen some of it. It costs pretty like damn near $20 a bottle, right? So let's say she buys 3 bottles or whatever that she needs for the upkeep, Quadon. That's $60, right? So how much is that? $430. So let's just round it off to an easy $500. All of that goes into somebody else's pocket. Now, I understand that we're going to need somebody to do our hair. Our people like to be fresh, bunk, y'all. We're going to find somebody to do our hair. But the initial investment does not go to us as a nation of people. And then the problem is, I've seen where sisters try to start a business like that, and guess what ended up happening to their business? They get robbed. Y'all seen that? They robbing people for bundles now, right? Y'all see that? So the fact that we're not being brotherly or sisterly is causing us to go outside of our people to even get the small things that we need. So how are we going to get out of this hellhole when sisters can't even make sure that their hair is straight? Back in the day, you could go to a barbershop, get your cut, everything done, Cordon, you be done for $10. Now a decent haircut from me and these brothers, $100. Let alone the haircut is a sin against the Lord. You know how much money a brother could be able to save if he kept his braids? Let his beard just, you know what I'm saying? Be a man if just being a man. That's what I'm saying. You know how much money that would generate to go back into our neighborhoods? You see that? See, those little things, even though we say that they're not big things, those things keep us from coming into this truth. Because there's a brother out there that said, man, I don't want no braids, man. I want dreads. You understand? There's sisters out there that don't want to cover their hair because they done paid $500 for you to look at it. There's people out there that don't want to listen to nothing that we have to teach because they believe in the Christian church. Let me get the book of Matthew 18:7, Baba Kushar. Once again, we're at I.S.U.P.K. Start at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operating up under Command and General YAHANNA. And what we do, we teach our people these things, the truth of the Bible, so that we can find our way out of this hellhole. If you actually care about your people and their well-being, share this on your YouTube and on your Facebook, Baba Kushar. If you really care about your people. Who got it? 18:7, Baba Kushar.
Come on, that's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 7.
Come on.
Woe unto the world because of offenses. Mm-hmm. For it must needs be that offenses come. Mm-hmm. But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
So break that down for me. What you got?
So like I said, if I may, I look at the definition of offense. It says a breach of a law or rule, an illegal act. So like I said, so I may, which is so heavy, what how was I bringing out here? He said, woe unto the world.
What definition you using?
That was Google Dictionary. You want the Merriam-Webster, sir?
Yeah, let me get that Merriam-Webster, Baba Kushar.
Come on. This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary of offense. Mm-hmm. It says something that outrages the moral or physical senses.
Something that does what?
Outrageous.
Outrageous, meaning, go ahead.
The moral or physical senses.
Go ahead. What's the next definition?
Let's see. It said the act of displeasing or affronting. Let me see. There gotta be something you're looking for.
Nah, that's it right there. Read that one.
The act, so like I said, it said the act of displeasing or affronting.
Right. So break that down with that understanding.
So like it says, woe unto the world because of offenses. So we know the world here is talking about an age of society. You understand? Like I said, we know first off, woe is destruction. Mm-hmm. So it's saying destruction into an age of society because of the offenses, meaning like a illegal act or a moral thing. So they're telling you to smoke weed.
Right.
They're telling you it's okay to celebrate your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling you it's okay to celebrate Mother's Day or Thanksgiving.
Right.
You understand? Like Christ said, woe unto that world that's saying that because of you offending the Most High.
And you're right. You hit the nail on the head. We want to say destruction to those. And if we understand that we on our purpose and our business plan, somebody who's lying on something that you believe in, then guess what? They will become your enemy, y'all. You understand? Somebody who talking, you know what I'm saying, talking grievous against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You trying to live your life according to the scripture. Here's somebody come talking about, there y'all go with that whack Bible crap again. You understand? There y'all go trying to that's the white man book. You understand? Well, what's the Passover? Y'all don't know nothing about these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You can lay down and have sex with whoever hell you want to get married to. It's not an abortion. I have a right to choose. You going against something that I believe in, you're offending me, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm outraged at it. So therefore, you're gonna become my what? You become my enemy. I'm gonna stand on the truth. What you gonna stand on? I want a brotherhood and a sisterhood that's gonna stand on this truth. Meaning the words of the Most High. I ain't sugar honey iced tea. You understand what I'm saying? I am nothing without this truth for the Bible. So everybody gonna poke fun and say this and say that. Man, I remember when I first came in and all the naysayers, if I may, always used to say stuff about the UPK. But then I began to see the works that these brothers were doing, and I never seen anybody say anything negative about the work. I seen the cookouts, you know what I'm saying? And the brothers feeding the community. And the first one that I seen was Captain Tazariak feeding Harlem, you know what I'm saying? The Harlem cookout. Thousands of brothers coming around and feeding. But then there was this one African brother, this heathen, right? That Captain Tazariak didn't feed. Yeah. Sarnetta them was clapping up the UPK like these brothers out here feeding the people, right? And because Captain Tazariak said, you know what, he can't come in here. Guess what Sarnetta was trying to do? Man, why are you not gonna let the little man eat? But then when Captain Tazariak said, you know what, I wouldn't let him eat because he's not my people. I will let him eat because of what his people did to my people. You know what it is? That's not somebody thinking about themselves. That's somebody thinking about the whole nation of Israel. You understand? That's brotherhood and that sisterhood, right? So you talk about the onesies and twosies that you upset with. Forget all of that. What about your brothers and your sisters? What are they doing? Are they trying to do the work of the Lord? Or are they not? Brothers, Captain Tazariak doing the work of the Lord. This heathen was like, yeah, you know, now he wouldn't let me come in and get a hot dog. Captain Tazariak said, you're damn right I wouldn't let him get no damn hot dog. And as a young trooper, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, this, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, the hot dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm blowing my mind. Because seeing it on the premise, you be scratching your head, right? Read that offense for me again, Baba Kusha.
Come, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 7. Woe unto the world because of
destruction to the world. Destruction to the world. Now, I want to be in a position where we decide whether you eat or whether you don't eat. That's rulership. That's authority, right? That's what I'm fighting for. I'm not fighting to appease onesies and twosies out here. Long as I'm proving myself to the Most High, we'll be all right. Long as I'm proving myself to my brothers, we gonna be all right. Woe to the world. The world say feed them. The scriptures say And they asked Captain Tazariak, why did you do it? Captain Tazariak, he being the brother that he was, he said, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not even gonna answer that question. I'm gonna let him answer that question. It was a young heathen too. He couldn't have been no more than like maybe 12. Y'all seen the video, Bunker? You know what I'm talking about? He could have been about 12, 13 years old. And Captain Tazariak said, you know what, I'm gonna ask him a couple questions. Captain Tazariak said, if I took your, I forgot where he was an African though. He was a Hamite. And Captain Jarrett said, well, if I took your mother and your father or your people, put them in cages and put them on ships and put them in captivity and put them through all type of atrocities, and if I came to you and asked you for food, would you feed me? And guess what that Hamite said? He said no. That's the truth. And in the truth, you're going to create some separation, if I may. That's what the oppressor has done to us. Them more than 400 years of slavery, guess what he created? He created some separation between us and him. That's why we're always talking about let's close the wealth gap. Well, who created the wealth gap, Quadon? The oppressor did. Why? Because he understood that we were his what? Enemy. Well, good night. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ. The oppressor knew it, man. It ain't rocket science. Most High Christ. Read that again for me, Quadon.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Woe unto the world because of offenses.
Woe to the world, man, because of the offenses, because of the lies that have been told about the Most High. Right. Because the lies that have been told about Yahweh Shai. Because of the lies that have been told about Commander General YAHANNA. Because of the lies that have been told about the captains, the officers, the troopers, the brothers and the sisters in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You know what I'm saying? We are a brotherhood and the sisterhood that believe strongly in what this truth stands for. So if you're out there bumping your gums about what this is, then woe unto you, huh? You are offending something that I live for, something that I believe in, right? Read on.
Come. For it must needs be that.
Go ahead.
For it must needs be that offenses come.
Uh-huh.
But woe to that man by whom the offenses cometh.
What is that saying?
So like you said, if I may, it's like this heavy priest that we bring it out, sir, because it's like, you know, like we know what the scriptures brought out yesterday. First, you know, it must be a falling away.
Right.
So it's like that offense has got to come. You understand? So this offense with it coming, we knowing that man of perdition is being, you know, revealed.
Uh-huh.
You understand? So with that offense coming, like he says, we know now who our true enemy is.
Damn right. That's the only way you're going to see it, right? I got to know whether you for me or you against me, right? I know that I'm not in a cult, even though you're going to say that I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to know that pagan holidays are Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. You're going to say all those things are real. I'm going to tell you that they're not, right? They're going to come. I need for us to understand there's a separation between us and the rest of the damn world, man. It's going to come. It's going to come, huh? Be ready for it. Everything ain't palms and teeth all the goddamn time. Everything's is not rainbows, huh? As men, as leaders, guess what? We're going to have to stand up and to fight for what's right when it comes out for this nation of people, man. Because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else truly understand the sacrifice that is made for us to be brothers and sisters in this school, man. I mean, you got to get out of your personal feelings a lot of the goddamn time and just do what the hell you need to do. You get what I'm saying, right? In the world, people die for less. And who read that verse again? Who's saying that?
Come. It says, woe unto the world because of offenses.
Mm-hmm.
For it must needs be
It must needs be, huh?
That offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offenses come.
Right. You've changed because of what you don't do anymore. You understand? That's what change is. Change ain't you doing what you doing the same thing you used to do. You've changed because of what you don't do. You get what I'm saying? Change ain't it's not a switch. It ain't magic. I changed because the weed I used to smoke, I don't smoke anything anymore. Right? The things I used to do in the world, running thing we all did. Maybe running with women all the goddamn time or running with men. You've changed because you don't do that anymore. That church you used to go to on watch night service right before New Year's and then go to the strip club or go to the club, you changed because what? We don't do those things anymore. So when you tell me I haven't changed, you can kiss my grits. You are what? You're offending me. But offenses must come. But you need to know I am not who I used to be. Because that, I would have put a thumping on a whole lot of brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? It's time for, I would have been thinking in my mind, it's time for some get back. You know what I'm saying? Get back would have been good right about now, Bunker, y'all. I got some things that can go get you right about now, Bunker, y'all. I can send some people your way. Yeah, I can do that. But the Lord saw fit. The Most High saw fit, man, to not let me destroy myself. The Lord allowed me not to destroy myself, man. And I plead to my brothers and sisters that we take heed to these words in these last days. Take heed to these words in the last day. These things are happening all around us. I know your parents gonna come up against you. I know your family gonna come up against you. But you gotta know without a shadow of a doubt that what you doing matters. That the change that you've made with your life, it matters. Nobody else will make it. Don't nobody. You don't need approval from me or anybody else. What you need for me to say? I'm going to encourage you as a brother and as a sister, keep fighting and know that life is war. We good? And check this out. What else do we know about this scripture, put on Bible Kushai, and just read it again for me, Bible Kushai.
Come on, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 7.
Come on.
Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. Mm-hmm. But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
All right, so what else we get out of this? What up? Come on, Monkey, y'all.
So, like, if I may, in here, the first thing we learn is that life is war. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Bible in the book of Exodus says the Lord is a man of war. I'm not striving to be like the world. I'm striving to be like the Lord.
Right.
So I'm about this conflict because the Lord is about this conflict. Mm-hmm. And I can hang my hat on the truth.
That's right.
What you hanging your hat on at the end of the day?
And you got to damn right, give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? And you got to know that if you fight, that woe that will come to those that causes righteousness to diminish. You understand? Right. Like you got to know that the Most High will fight for you for the ones that causes his righteousness to be diminished. So who are the ones that are causing us to be his righteousness to be diminished? That police officer that walk around that Moore Park all goddamn weekend, right, to seeing what we doing, trying to see if we doing anything illegal, watching us, anything like that. Guess what he sent me? He sent back watching. He's paying attention to every single thing that we doing. Right? He want to know what's going on. That's the truth. The ones out there saying, "Hey, go you out there. It's okay for you to sell a little marijuana. It's legal in Arizona. Come as you are." You're causing the righteousness of our people to be diminished, meaning what they are teaching us. You understand? The things that are being taught that goes against what the Most High said is righteous. Right? That goes against what you believe in. Woe is gonna come to them. We be out on the street corner teaching, "Hey, brother, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of." Right. Then sooner we say that, here comes some tapping on, "Hey, man, they ain't all, they ain't everybody. They just, You see it all the time. We start dropping the truth on them. Somebody tap them tap them on the shoulder, try to pull them away every single time. Right. People like Sam have somebody willing to get down and show you, like, thus says the Lord, say, you shall bow down and lick up the dust of thy foot. Sam like, no, you don't got to do that. I Sam. I remember he did that. Like, maybe I ain't saying I say this. Maybe a week later, he came out there with a cast on his foot. Y'all remember that? When Sam had that boot on his foot? I think that week prior, we were about to get a boot kiss. The Lord gonna allow us to get a boot kiss. And here comes Sam. No, don't do that. Next time we seen Sam, he had a cast on his foot. Let me get the book of Romans 16 and 17, Bible Kashaw. He said, who are the people that cause these offenses? The Christian church.
Right.
The oppressor with his holidays, Roe versus Wade with adoption, abortions, and all these so-called camps out there, which are Christians as well. Y'all time coming too. Trust and believe. Because what Commander General YAHANNA has done is what he's done since 1969, since the school was established. So if you're trying to go against that, then that's an offense, ain't it? That's right. Woe to you. And you wonder why y'all leaders are falling like flies that been hit with a fly swatter. Yeah, we know. Go ahead and read what you got, brother Baba Kashaw.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Mm-hmm. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned.
Come on, Bunky, y'all. What you got? Break that down for me. This you right here.
16 and 17.
Baba Kashaw.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Mm-hmm. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses.
Right. So Paul is basically saying, he's begging of you, to the brothers. We know the brothers, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No one else, no one in between, right? Mm-hmm. Mark them which cause divisions. The verse before this talks about us saluting one another with a holy kiss.
That's right.
The I.S.U.P.K, you already know a brother gonna come salute you. You know, Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah. We know who is in here. We know it's who's serving the Lord, who's striving to be perfect. Okay. It says, mark those which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned. That's the Christian church. When we go on them street corners, we cry aloud and we spare not. That's why we go so hard against Christianity. That's why we speak out against Islam. That's why we speak out against drug addiction. Mm-hmm. That's why we speak out against America. Because all these things are the things that are causing offenses contrary to the truth. Okay? Mm-hmm. And Salakia, they're marking themselves.
Right.
They are, that is the mark. Them doing things that are not conducive to what the Most High Power has laid down. That's the division. That's the mark.
Right.
The things that you do.
Right. The things that you what?
The things that you do.
The things that you do. Right. And oftentimes we like to look at this thing like it's something small. We talking about on the grand scale when we talk about our people, Kawal. What are the people? What are they doing? Like when you talk about the truth and knowing that the so-called black, Hispanics, Native Indians are the God's chosen people, what is the earth doing to us? What are they doing? What is the earth doing?
So like I said, that causes division.
Right. How?
So like I said, because now they're making us look at a brother that may be a little bit light shaded than me, and now I'm saying light skin against dark skin. Mm-hmm. Right. You understand? Or right. I'm going against this brother because what he got, I might want, but I can't get it because of the situation I've been put in. Mm-hmm. And now I hate this brother because of what he got.
Right. You
understand? Or it's like I'm just looking at this brother, you understand, and the hatred that I have for myself, I hate him even more.
Right.
It's like
this is what the earth is saying. This is what the earth has taught us how to be in this empire, to literally hate each other. I mean, you can take something so small, and if you don't fix it, it'll grow into something that you like. How you even get to this point? Mm-hmm. You ask yourself these questions, right? And then you think back on it. You say, you know what? If I only had done this differently, if I had only said this differently. Like in the truth, we get a chance to understand and go to a brother or a sister and say Salakia.
Right.
And drop it. If you don't drop it, you didn't accept the Salakia. In the world, you don't get a chance to go to a brother. Oftentimes, we don't get a chance to go to a brother or sister and say Salakia. It's on like Donkey Kong right there on the spot for the smallest infractions. And this comes out of something like our families always taught us, like, don't let nobody do nothing to you and da 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 da. It's like we're taught at an early age to be so defensive, if I may. Like, you know what I'm saying, how to defend yourself. Right. And I find myself even, you know what I'm saying, nowadays, like with children, teach them how to what? Fight. And we're not, and truth be told, who are we really teaching them to fight against?
Right.
But in here, you learn what Yakarab is. You learn that we learn to block first. I'm not teaching you how to attack nobody. I don't want you to attack, but I do want you to defend yourself if you have to.
Right.
What we've seen over the last few days and over the last couple of years, all these mass shootings, we're looking, as a nation of people, we don't know how to do what? We don't know how to defend ourselves, man. We don't know how to defend ourselves. If it's not Dylan Storm Root, it's the devil that shot up the market the other day. If it's not the devil that shot up the market the other day, it's little Johnny and Timothy going to school with an AR-15, whistling down the hall as he picked the locks on the school door to see what door he's gonna open so he can shoot somebody in the school. All these things that happen because the division that happened with people like Martin Luther King, who said it was better for us to integrate into a system that's obviously designed to destroy us, and nobody wants us to be a part of it.
Right.
When you force yourself into entering into something like that, like it's not a value. It's almost like I'm gonna talk to the brothers, if I may. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to my sisters as well, but you know what I'm saying? It's almost like that, like you see an attractive woman like you really like, right? But you know she don't have no interest in you at all. And what do brothers do in the world to try to gain attention, a sister's attention? They pander to everything that she wants. They go buy all the cars, they buy the roses, they try to buy the balloons or the rings and the chains. And at the end of the day, guess what? She still don't want it from you. So why are you so goddamn heartbroken when she says, when you see her with Jerome? She's showing you time and time again that what? She didn't want to be with you. So what's the issue? It ain't her that's the issue. Who's the issue? It's us. Right? Look, she looks so say, yeah. I take your ring though. That's this empire that we live in. You've been given this whore everything that you have over and over, year after year after year, because that's what they told us to do. This is how they said the go along to get along gang, if I may. They say you want to change the system, you got to change it from the what? From the inside. Well, how are you going to change a corrupt system? If you join a corrupt system, what is going to make you, Quadon? 2 + 2 is what? God damn. So what are we trying to get out of this system? It has shown us that, guess what? There is no love for you. It's so much song. We got songs all over the rap community talking about ain't no love in the streets. So why do we shovel our children off to tell them to get it out the mud and go get it out the streets? We got sisters that are making fun and say, I'm going to the streets. The streets is calling my name. And that's what they be saying, monkey, y'all. Y'all never heard that? Them sisters on the Instagram and the social media say they going to the streets. Hot girl summer. Hot girl summer ain't happening in an air-conditioned house. Guess what's happening there? Outside. In the streets. Uh-oh. You know that happened. Hot girl summer, it happened in the streets. That's the thing. We put ourselves in certain conditions, then we get that smack across the hand. We like, why me? We do a lot of it to ourselves. in the teaching. That's why it's good for us to do what? Read that verse again, Quadon. You good.
Come on, this is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren,
go ahead.
Mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
Contrary. And what does this do if you do this? It fixes you. Right? It fixes you. If you say, Kowal down there selling me them bad bait, so when I go fishing, they don't move on the hook, right? You know what I'm saying? You go buy your bait from Quadon next time, so you can avoid Kowal. So like I ain't saying avoid my brother. I'm saying, but in the business model, if you're sticking to the business plan, if you're getting your bait from somebody who's selling you bad bait, Bunky, y'all, your business will fail. So how are you gonna stay on your purpose if you're buying bad bait? Go get some real bait. Sisters, if you're gonna do hair, like y'all doing hair, right? Where you gonna get your hair from? Where you gonna get your supplies from? The one who has the best supplies for your money, correct? It just makes sense, right? That is simple supply and demand. Well, the truth is the same way. If you come in the I.S.U.P.K, we're gonna tell you the truth, right? But most people don't want the truth. They want them smooth words. That's right. They want the soft talks and the you can come as you are, sister. In the name of Jesus. Bless you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Bashkala, coming in the Honda. I'ma love the Lakers too. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. And then we looking around like, why my life in such disarray? Right. Because nobody told you the truth. Is the truth hard sometimes? It is. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and say, it's an easy walk in the park. It's not. Scripture say narrow is the way. That's right. Huh? How you gonna learn anything if you able to make any decision that you want to make? What determines what's good and what's bad? Trial and error, correct? What happened with your life that you realized was an error? What changes did you make? Don't tell me about them. We'll be all night. You don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who taught you these things growing up, look at their life. Examine, look at your life and the life that you live. Look, it's for you sisters. Look at your husband. Say, look at this man. Should I follow this man or shouldn't I follow this man? Riddle me this, right? Well, you look at your life and you see the things that your husband done established for you as a woman. And tell me, does it make sense? Who wasn't making those sacrifices for you? And then here go the other part. I said, I was just thinking about this. If you're not gonna make that, well, you're offering the greatest part of your body to a person that you're not even willing to follow. Did that even make sense? Sister know what I'm talking about, not being vulgar, correct? Y'all get me, right? You're offering the most delicate part of yourselves to not follow the person that you're giving it to. Is that part of the business plan? Is that a good business plan? That business is gonna fail. That business is gonna crumble. You hear me? It will fail. Because what happened is you'll get to the point where you begin to resent yourself. You'll begin to resent the people that are around you. You'll begin to resent the people that supports you because you don't feel adequately a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You won't feel part of it. Kowal business is gonna fail. He's selling them bad bait. I'm not a part of Kowal business. I'm gonna stop going because he's not giving me what I need. Right? I'm gonna see Quadon. I'm gonna get some live bait. So I can get some real fish out of there. Give me some. What's some of that fish they be getting, Kowal? Some good crappie, ain't that what they call it? Yeah, good fish. But you got to do what first to build it? You got to mark them that cause division. And what though? Read that verse again, Quadon.
Comic-Con is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses.
So not only are they calling division and offenses, but what are they calling division and offenses in? Come on.
Contrary to the doctrine.
Contrary to the doctrine, go ahead.
Which ye have learned,
Uh-huh.
and avoid them.
So when you learn something, what do? Come on.
So like if I may, you internalize it and you put it into practice.
It's applied.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You actually apply something when you learn it.
Right.
Right? It's the act of putting something to work. The scriptures say faith without work is what? Come on, man. It's the application of what you learn, if I may. Don't let me start talking that. I can go there if I got it in me today. I ain't got my juice, but I'm feeling it already though. But the things that you learn about the truth about yourself, the ones who are telling you that you're wrong for doing it, then maybe you should separate yourself from them. You know what I'm saying? When you learn that Santa Claus ain't coming down your goddamn chimney and somebody still telling you to celebrate Christmas, what you think you should do? What you about to say? You about to say something? Go ahead, baby. Come on, sis. What you about to say? She said, give her a hand. You know what I'm saying? Now, even a child would understand that. A child to understand that it's something that is harming you, like, and is hurting you, you should what? Separate yourself from it. A child understands that. Right? From the doctrine you learn, just like Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. If you realize these things are going contrary to the things your father taught you, what you should do, separate from it.
That's right.
Avoid it.
That's right.
Come on, Quadon.
And so, like I said, what you're bringing out is so heavy, and this precept so heavy, and this is really, the main stance of the I.S.U.P.K. While we say we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group, there is only one group, or Hebrew Israelite group, or the Christian church, because they've caused those offenses that are contrary to the doctrine that we've been taught. You understand? And we avoid them. So
Absolutely.
We don't even deal with them. So that's why we say we stand alone. So look.
Read verse 18.
Comic-Con is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 18.
And this is what we find about those people too. Why we avoid them. Read.
Comic-Con. For they that are such serve not our Adonai.
For the one who do these things that speak against the doctrine, right? They are what? Read it again.
For they that are such serve not our Adonai.
They don't serve the Lord that we serve. They don't. You understand? Read on.
Yahweh shall my shop. But their own belly.
Who do they serve?
Their own belly.
Who do they serve?
Their own belly.
When you talking about abortion, they serving who?
Their own belly.
When you talk about Christmas, they serving who?
Their own belly.
Valentine's Day.
Their own belly.
Birthdays.
Their own belly.
All those things are very they vile, if I may. You understand?
Right.
They mean nothing. They serving their own, like they the own thing to get they full off, bunky. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. But it's that thing where people they like what they want. They serve themselves. You ever seen somebody serve themselves? You ever go to a buffet and then you got the buffet, you just walk in there, you see you serving yourself, you pick what you want, right? You pick your little lettuce, you pick your little bunky, y'all like little cucumber salad. You know what I'm saying? You go get your cucumber salad, kawal, like the steak, you know what I'm saying? Like you pick what you want, right? On the buffet. But the Most High ain't like that, huh? The Most High ain't no buffet with the Most High. The Most High is like, next, next. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no choice. This is what's on the menu every goddamn day. Here it is. You want it or not? You want to serve him or what? Or not? Or you want to go to your own buffet, and then you can eat your cantaloupe. Come on, Bucky.
So, Lucky, what's so heavy about this too? On the inverse, it says to avoid them, but these people that are doing the things that are contrary to the doctrine,
right?
They stop coming to class,
right?
They don't show up for goddamn camp. So don't ask me why I didn't invite you to the soiree, my nigga. You ain't in here.
You ain't in here.
Salakia.
You ain't close enough for me to even. What you want me to? I'm supposed to call you,
right?
Who you think? You think I'm Jerome? on the phone, call the wrong, pick up the phone, call. What the hell I look like?
Right.
What do we look like? Our service is not to the people who are not willing to serve the Lord. Our service is to the Lord first. That's why our strength. You see brothers in here that have strength. It don't come from them serving everybody else that's in the world. You understand? You don't need me to serve you. You serving yourself. You eating the cantaloupe, the watermelon, the collard greens. The Lord got me eating lamb and unleavened bread. That's what I got.
That's right.
You ain't come to the Passover. You serving your own goddamn belly. You understand me? We eating bitter herbs, goddamn unleavened bread and lamb.
Right.
That's what we got. And some be like, "Man, what is on the menu? You got some?
Right.
Can we go get the meat?" No, we eating lamb, bitter herbs, and unleavened bread. That's what's on the menu. Damn, I ain't care. You think we sneak a burger out there or something? That's a choice that we have to make, though. You get what I'm saying? Like if you were to put anything on your plate, what you put on your plate? You worry about your belly, or you want to make sure that you're in order?
That's right.
What do you do? What do you do? What type of integrity that we should have?
Right.
That's what we have to ask. That's what we fight for. That's what we have to fight our demons for. Because our demons are telling us all the damn time. They've been with you since birth. You know that, right? They know you very well. They know exactly what you want. They know you like Maury Chestnut. They still didn't even know you like Mary, but you gotta deal with a brother in the U.P.K. that weigh about 280. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He 280, you know what I'm saying? He gone all the time. He's loud. You wish he could spend more time with the kids. It's so much thing that you want, the perfect thing in your mind. But that ain't who the Lord allowed you to be with. The Lord allowed you to be with a man that's willing to serve him. I know thousands of brothers out there who you think would do perfect by you. I know sisters see all the Instagram and the trips to Tahiti and what, give me some of them plays, Sandro Pay, and
he's a homosexual.
Yeah, all of that. That's all of that. But we all see it. The same thing that the brothers see, the sisters see it too. Like we see the women out there shaped like the hourglass and all that. But we scroll down that picture just a little bit, we're going to see something that is what? Contrary to the doctrine. We're going to be like, uh-oh. Oh, man, she look good, but she would not look good on me. Right? Right? Same thing with sisters. What's the green-eyed dude that them women be going crazy over nowadays? Michael Ealy? Yeah, you think Michael Ealy? He be showing all this taco meat on his chest and all that stuff with his shirt open and stuff like that. I put Michael Ealy through Hebrew Academy, he'll pass out. he ain't got enough brother. He don't have enough brothers to say one Kum Yashala. You understand? And the things that he gonna do for you to swoon you is not gonna be righteous at all. Cause I tell my daughter all the time, baby, I know you may think a guy right for you, but the minute he bring you a birthday gift, you gotta know he up to no good. Cause that is something that is contrary to what I taught you as a father. You get what I'm saying? We know this as brothers. We offer sisters gifts all the time. I know she gonna like this for her birthday. What if a brother bought a sister a gift for her birthday and she said, "No, I don't celebrate birthdays"? He got to try another avenue, bunk, y'all. That's right. Call you, "Hey, what you doing this weekend? I want to come pick you up." You gotta ask my father first. I thought your daddy wasn't around. No, I got all these brothers. I consider them my fathers. You spoke to Commander General YAHANNA yet? Right. That's a whole nother level of. You know what I'm saying? That's protection. Read that verse again, Quadon.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 8.
And that protection keeps you from making sure your own belly is getting full. You understand? That's what that protection allows you to do. Come on, read it again. 18.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
For they are such. For they that are such serve not Adawan Yahweh Shemashah.
Go ahead.
But their own belly.
Uh-huh.
And by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
This is the Christian church all day right here. What did it mean they deceive the hearts of the simple, sis? What did it mean by they deceive the hearts of the simple? Come on, it's a microphone right there. Right there. We in class, right? What does it mean when the scriptures say they deceive the hearts of the simple, Bible quiz y'all? Any sis. It don't matter. What does it mean? They deceive the hearts of the simple.
Salaki, if I may, the ones that don't know better.
Okay, you're right. Give the sister a hand. You know what I'm saying? But when it says hearts, what did it mean by hearts, if I may, Bob Kushaw?
Their mind is not in the right place. Their
minds. Your mind. Oftentimes, people always get this idea of what a heart is. A heart is just an organ that pumps blood. That's it. It makes no decision making at all. It opens and it closes. And if you got a bad case of gas, it flutters just a little bit every time on Sunday. Butterbean, good for your heart. Butterbean. It's lucky. Don't pay me no mind. But that's all the heart does. This scripture is talking about how you think. Our people, the simple thing that we think of, our righteousness is it's simple. Like we don't understand. Like it's like we're in the hood and we see that drug addiction plague our neighborhoods, but yet and still we rap about dope dealing right on the corner. Quarter brick, whole brick, half brick. Hey, wait a minute. But then you read you talk about every documentary that rappers do. They always go and show like the worst neighborhood. Like, yeah, man, this was Lil Ronnie got shot right over here. Yeah, man, we missed Lil Ronnie, pour out some liquor. Right? This was Lil Kiki died right here, man. You know, he had heart failure, man. That lean took him out of here. Then we talk about what's in your cup. Like when will our pain and suffering be enough for us to change our lives? You get what I'm saying? Like what is it? These aren't things that we can easily overlook, Bunk, y'all. These are moments in time that each and every last one of us have had some personal experiences about things that are in our lives that could change, that has changed us in our lives. Whether you maybe you have been molested as a young girl at an early age. You know how that affects a young girl? You know what I'm saying? Like she struggles with always second guess herself. Can she trust this person? And if she can't trust that person, how's she gonna trust herself? You get what I'm saying? Child molestation and rape is like a incubator for homosexuality, if I may. Am I using that word right? Incubator? Yeah. I don't want to show me. I'll just make sure, because everybody will be like, "Oh, know what I'm talking about." I'm just saying, it's like the bed that breeds homosexuality. If you talk about rape and molestation, right? Yes, all these people who are affected by these things, I guarantee it stems from those things that have happened in their life. Yet alone, the Christian church is not addressing these issues. Let alone you talk about everybody making all these rights for the gay rights. How about we address the issues that caused them to be this way? Let's address that. How did you? What's the brother that be on there? He be barking like a dog every time. I always say, I know for a fact. I didn't think the brother told. Every time we would say something, Kadon, what'd he do? You think I'm joking, don't you? Every time we say something, the brother would literally bark. Literally. And then I had to ask my question, what the hell happened to my brother to have him communicate in a manner of barking to let us know that he's hearing him? You understand? Like, what happened to him in his life for him to communicate with me like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm communicating with a brother like Kawal or a brother that I meet in the streets, if I say, what's going on, man, he'd be like, man, what the hell are you talking about? My question would be, what happened to my brother that made him to communicate with me like that? You get what I'm saying? If you're talking to a sister, you're being nice to a sister. Hey, shalom, sis, I just want to bring you over some Chips Ahoy or something. I want to give you something to eat for you and the kids. And I don't want your Chips Ahoy. Wait a minute. It makes you question, like, don't question yourself. Like, most of us be like, man, I don't want you to have no Chips Ahoy anyway. Be sisterly enough to say, what happened to my sister to make her act like that? You get what I'm saying? Can we do that? Is that too hard to ask? That's too much to ask? Right. Because that's what sacrifice is about. It's not about you, right? It's about the person who you know you can help. That's brotherhood and that's sisterhood. And that way, you know what I'm saying, you can pick your jaw up off the damn floor. That's right. Damn. Go by and check out some of the conditions our people live in. So maybe we'll understand what they deal with day in and day out. That's brotherhood and that's sisterhood. And if we can get them to stop trying to make their own damn belly full all the time and follow YAHANNA, then we cooking with hot grease. But the doctrine of this earth allows us to get full off our own lust. It's okay, baby, whatever you want. Go ahead, get your Philly blunts, your cigarillos, your Newport. What's something that they advertise on the television that's actually good for you? What, Gatorade? Everybody best you're gonna get, ain't it? Y'all ever seen a commercial where they here's a Sylvia. You take Sylvia to get rid of your ulcers. Then you read the fine print. Then they say it real fast. You take Sylvia 90 days. They say it real fast like y'all know what I'm talking about? Right. All the side effects and the symptoms, Kawal. That's what the Christian church does. The Christian church it's a drug bunker, yo. It's just like that, Quadon. Come to the Christian church and we having watch night service. You come down here and praise the Lord. Side effects. High blood pressure, diabetes, abortion, and child rape, and dad, child endangerment. They run past all that bunk, y'all. You get what I'm saying? All of it. It's vanity, man. And most of them go in there trying to fix them same issues and going into that church and coming out with all them side effects, Kawal. Let me get 1 Timothy 4:1, Baba Kusha. All them side effects.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter days some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Verse 2. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Go ahead.
For verse 3, forbidden to marry, and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High had created to be received with thanksgiving.
Shalaki, hold up. I like that so much. You just read. Go back to verse 1, Baba Kusha. Shalaki, I love that scripture. Go ahead.
Okay, that's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter days some shall depart from the faith.
Some shall do what?
Depart from the faith.
They're gonna do what?
Depart from the faith.
So in these times right here, that's what we seeing that's going on in the earth.
That's right.
We seeing what is going on in the earth all day, and they're gonna do what? They're gonna depart from this truth, man. Go ahead.
Come. That in the latter days some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits.
So what are seducing spirits? As you can see in 1 Timothy, right? This ain't nothing new. Brothers leaving the truth is nothing new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? And why do they leave the truth though? Come on. Why they leave the truth?
Giving heed to those seducing
They
spirits.
giving heed to those seducing spirits. Right? So we got to ask the question is, what is a seducing spirit? So let's do this. What does it mean to be seduced?
So like I said, it's the
I knew my brother gonna have that one. Right. Come on with
it. This the Merriam-Webster dictionary of seduce.
Come on.
It says to persuade to disobedience or disloyalty.
Read that again.
It's the it says to persuade to disobedience. Or
to persuade to what?
To disobedience.
To disobedience. That's what the Christian church does. It persuades us to disobedience. That's what the culture of America does. It persuades us to disobedience. Well, the question you'd ask, well, what are you disobeying? What are you disobeying? The voice of the Lord right here, right? That's right. His word. Have you ever been persuaded before, Kawal? You want to talk about it? Okay, tell me about it. Give my brother the microphone. I want to hear this one. Baba, you mind, Kawal? All right, so we're gonna talk about the time you were persuaded to buy something. All right?
Persuaded?
Yeah, persuaded.
I got persuaded to buy some sunglasses. They were
no, don't go too fast. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's see how this thing works. All right. So the sunglasses. You didn't want the sunglasses?
I didn't really want them.
You didn't want them?
No, I didn't.
All right, so go. All right, so let's go.
You know, sometimes the saleswoman.
The saleswoman. All right, so saleswoman.
You got the saleswoman, and you know, they were a little on the pricey.
They pricey, all right.
No, I didn't need them really.
Okay.
Well, I was persuaded into getting them.
Now let me ask you a question. Now, as a brother, you got to answer this question. Now, most of the time when we have the saleswoman who's going to pitch us these sales, they can be very persuasive because they are attractive. Right. Was this young lady attractive, if I may? All right, so that was the first thing. It was something that was easy on the eyes. That's right. Right? That usually how it come, right? Something easy on the eyes. And then what happened? It was probably some really nice words, I'm assuming, or a really nice sales pitch. Right, correct. Even though they was expensive. That's right. All right. Even though you didn't even need them. No, I didn't. Now, what was the final move or the seduction that was made for the purchase to be made?
Oh, you look like you got it.
Huh? It you see that? Now, Koala's strong brother. He's very convincing about a lot of things, Bunker, y'all. He'll convince you. And he's righteous. He's a righteous brother. But how do you defend yourself when you're being seduced by something that is trying to get you to be disobedient? How do you defend yourself against that? You got to know that the person that is trying to get you to be disobedient is not a friend, right? It goes back to what we said earlier. They are what? Quadon?
An enemy.
That's an enemy right there. Because they are trying to get you to do something that is contrary to what you've been taught. They are trying to get you to do something contrary to the doctrine. And the scriptures say you mark that one. I guarantee if I ask Koala, we went back to that store, if that sales lady was still there and we walked into that damn spot to look at some sunglasses, if you seen her, Koala, you would recognize her off gate, wouldn't you? Oh, you would recognize, you be like, that. Ooh, you got me that time. We don't. Some of the best lessons come with a cost. You know that, right? It come with a price, and you don't forget those things. And I'm saying that, like, when we talk about the thing that are seducing us, usually it may not be somebody that's attractive. Maybe it's a family member, right? Somebody who you don't want to disappoint. Come on, Kodon, what you about to say? Oh, yeah, I thought you about to give me something. That's normally how it goes. And to this day, what are we being seduced by?
So like you said, lies.
Right. Explain.
So like you said, like we know with the truth is not like, it's gonna make you feel good. You understand? But that lies, we're gonna tell you everything you want to hear. Women, what thou art loose. God knows your heart. Let's sit down and pray about it. You understand? So the Most High is going to send these, not the Most High, but these pastors is going to sit here and tell our people everything that they need to hear. You understand? Not just giving them eye candy, but ear candy as well. So it feels good. But you understand? But again, when you hear that truth, it's something that's, like I said, it's like that nasty medicine you get. You don't want to taste that medicine. Yeah. But guess what? It'll heal you, though. So
right. Now, what crushes a seducing spirit?
So like you said, if I made the truth.
That's true. What else? Come on.
The spirit of conviction.
That's true. You can be convicted. That'll get it every time. What else? What crushes it? Order. That's what crushes it. Order. So that thing that you want to do, there's something that's there that's telling you, you follow the order. Brothers in here, it's a whole nother level when you gotta know that if I'm about to do something that is stupid, that could possibly hurt me or hurt the ones that are around me, I better listen to what is told to me. That's order, because we all can be seduced. If I were there with Kawal that day, he bought them glasses. I'm like, hey man, hey listen. Man, we gotta get back to Fayetteville, man. We can't spend that money on these glasses, man. Kawhi be like, man, you right. Let me get on up out of here. But when you out there and you fighting by yourself and them seducing spirits come to you and you don't have nobody you can call on to help you out, what do? You got to remember what you're taught. You got to remember the doctrine. All right? Everybody toward. And it doesn't make you less of a man or less of a woman. It is called being in order. And to do so, to fight those seducing spirits, no matter what you may have going on around you, to fight is brotherhood. To fight is sisterhood. Because if you don't fight those things, you'll find yourself eating watermelon at the Christian church every other Sunday. I don't know if watermelon and Christian church go together, but nevertheless, it's something that happens. You find yourself singing them songs like with Juanita Bonham and Rain Down on Me with Kirk Franklin. Because you fell to those seducing spirits. Doctrines of devil. Go. We'll finish it off for me, Kodon.
Come. It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits.
Go ahead.
And doctrines of devils.
What is doctrines of devils? Come on, Buggy.
So, like, if I may, Christianity, sir.
Right.
Christianity is the doctrine of the devil incarnate. Christianity, we say we've identified that as being white supremacy. It is absolutely the worship of the white man.
Damn right.
That's why all of his images, from the Most High Power to Christ to the angels to the patriarchs, all the prophets, they're all illustrated as being white.
Now let me ask you a question. Let's do this. Now we know this. Now, how would I teach that to a child? What would I tell them that's a doctrine of devils? Because as a child, we have this imagery of what we think doctrines of devils is. It's pitchforks and hell and fire and all this other stuff. How we teach this to a child? What would we say to a child to make them understand what is doctrines of devils?
I would just teach them, like I teach my children, if we're not doing it in here, if it's not denoted in this Bible as being righteous, as being just, then it's wrong.
Absolutely. You want it. Let's add to it, though. Now, what is a devil?
A deceiver.
Meaning what?
Someone that there's no truth in them. They tell lies.
Meaning they tell lies and they can't do what?
They can't tell the truth.
I mean, they can't prove what they're saying.
Come.
So if I were to teach this to a child, I would say the doctrine of a devil is believing in something that cannot be proven.
Yeah, right.
You get what I'm saying? That you can understand. That you can say that Santa Claus can't be real because what? It can't be proven. Christmas cannot be real because what? It can't be proven. Us celebrating Thanksgiving cannot be real because of what? It can't be proven. Valentine's Day or any other doctrine that we invest our time in, these things cannot be proven. These things are mostly fairy tales, right? When we open up the Bible, we see that this Bible, everything that we live by and say, this doctrine here that we live by, we can prove what we say.
That's right.
We can live by what we say. You can't live by what America say. Home of the free and brave and all this. You tell that to them people that was gunned down in that grocery mart. You tell the people that you tell us all men are created equal with certain inalienable rights and all this other riffraff that they teach us. Can you really safely say you believe in that? Can you honestly say you believe in that? We send our children to school every day not knowing what they're gonna come home with or what they may encounter. But they tell you the school supposed to be a safe place. I was talking to a brother the other day saying that his son got to go to school and the teacher that teaching him switching all over the damn place. He got a problem with his son turning in work. But what are you teaching these children? What is your moral character? If you're not, I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it. Yes, I am. If you can't decide what you're gonna do with your body, how are you gonna teach these children correct? If you're not gonna righteously use your body, what the Most High said you should use it for, then how am I gonna depend on the words that come out of your mouth? The sisters that get ridiculed for being on what's it called it? OnlyFans and stuff like that. You know, them sisters, they lose their job if they on OnlyFans, if they teaching, correct? They're not allowed to be in there teaching if they on OnlyFans or have provocative pictures and stuff like that. They can't teach, can they? If I'm not mistaken. They can't, right? So when we talk about the alternative lifestyle, or we talking about the other part of it, what happens? Because we dealing with children that have developmental minds, and we know their frontal lobe not even fully developed until they turn 24. So what are they processing at an early age? We're contaminating the children with things that they say is supposed to be righteous. Prove it. You can. You're dealing with people who have been hurt. You understand? That's where the I.S.U.P.K comes in. We are teaching our people how to fix themselves, and we're using the doctrine to do it. And the doctrine that we teach starts with what? Brotherhood and what? That's something you can believe in. That's a what? That's a perfect business plan. The Most High gave us the perfect model that we can follow, Quadon, step by step. That's if you're trying to build an adequate business. But if you don't have a proper business plan, what you gonna do? You're gonna fail. Right? Am I making this up? Everybody good? Y'all looking at me? Y'all looking at me like I got a wig on my head or something. Let me get to 1 Timothy. Where we at, Quadon? We still at 2? Come on. Go ahed.
Come, is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking lies.
They speak what?
Speaking lies.
These doctrines in the earth, these doctrines of the devil, they speak lies. And that what devils do, right? They deceive, right? They speak lies. Come on.
In hypocrisy.
They tell, oh, we love everybody, but at the same time, you getting shot down in these stores. God loves everybody, but at the same time, you still fighting for voter rights. It's all hypocrisy. I was looking at something how they talk about the Democratic was supposed to be the representation of the Black, Hispanic, or the underprivileged communities, right? But then they say the Democratic parties were some of the most racist people on the face of the goddamn planet.
Right.
These liberals, the same ones that say love and hair grease and peace and all this stuff, are the same ones that would chop your damn head off. They don't stand for it. They're so liberal about everything. Today it's all love. Tomorrow they're gonna hate you. Trust and believe. Read on.
Come. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Mm-hmm. That's it, right? Everything they do is seared with a hot iron. Their conscience, man. Man, it's locked in to whatever they want to do. Ain't no changing them, brother. Locked all the way in. It was something that I want to go over real quick, and we'll get up out of here. We talked about earlier, right? Things that are contrary to the doctrine. I just want to go over a few things that are contrary to the doctrine real quick, just so we get back to the basics so we can understand the truth of the Bible. And it's something that when we talk about I.S.U.P.K, we say this one thing to brothers and they tend to lose their minds. We talk about shape-ups, right? You tell a brother coming to the truth, you say, oh, bro, you can't get no shape up. They like, oh, man, I guess I'm supposed to look rough. And, man, I can't get no women without no shape up. But nah, brother, you're going to get more women without shape up. Trust and believe, right? Let me get the book of, let's go to James 2:10, Baba Kashaw.
Come, it's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
Break that down for me.
So like I said, for whosoever shall keep the whole law. So one, if I may, this is in the New Testament.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is the cut to every Christian pastor that says the law.
It's a cut to who?
Every Christian pastor that says the law starts to done away with. And then it says, like it said, and yet offend in one point. So again, you say you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, but then you go and you sleep with a whore, or you go smoke a blunt, and you think you keeping the Passover. It says you're guilty of all. So you might as well say, like we say, you're home.
Right.
Yeah, you might as well say you're gay.
Being gay is just as bad as smoking the blunt.
Right.
And someone smoked blunts with somebody who's gay and had an abortion.
Right.
Huh?
That's right.
I ain't making this up, y'all. I'm telling you. I done seen it. I ain't making this up. I've seen it.
So, like you, sir.
Come.
So one more thing, sir, Baba Kashaw.
Go ahead.
And this so heavy too, because these purple gays, if I may, you understand, they talk about they keep the law, statutes, and commandments, this and that, but we know and understand that they were caught sleeping with a transformer.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But how y'all keeping the law?
Mm-hmm.
Again, you sleeping with a transformer. Now you're guilty of every other sin there is in the scriptures or in the Bible. So again, man, like I said, it's so heavy you bring it out. That's why we say we're not affiliated with these other camps, because they don't do the law, statutes, and commandments to the T. You don't see nothing like that with the I.S.U.P.K.
Right, come. Ain't nobody above being corrected out. That's right. Brother, and them other camps, they walk around with dreads. Right. They get shape ups and deal with other nations, if I may. And partake of herbs of the earth that plant. Come on, man. Let me get Leviticus 19 and 27. So when we talk about, we just talking about the big things. Everybody like to point out the big things in the earth about what they consider to be against the law of sins. We're gonna just go over just a couple small things. We're gonna get up out of here real fast, if I may.
Come on, it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27.
So if you haven't heard this, these are the things that the I.S.U.P.K teach. Earlier, I started off in teaching the perfect business plan, being a brother or being a sister. And to be a brother, you know what I'm saying, you got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, no big or how small you think they may be. And for us to understand the business planning, I'm going to start by laying out the criteria of making sure you're following the business plan, all right? Come on.
This book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. You shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Go ahead.
Verse 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Most High.
No, Kodam said this.
I am the Most High.
No, Officer Zion Yala said this.
I am the Most High.
The Most High said this. So let's break this thing down. Start with verse 27, Baba Kushar.
This book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. You shall not round the corners of your head.
Y'all know where this come from, right? Anybody know where this come from? Come on. You can grab the mic right now. It's the mic right here, Baba Kushar.
Around the corners of your head, like edge ups and all that, from Egypt.
There you go.
You know, if you look at even now, like, you know, the Africans that over, just the whole continent, really. You know, they do that funny stuff with their head. You know, like I seen one dude, he had like a hat shaped afro. You know, he had a hat shaped afro, and then you got some cats where they're taking put zigzags all in their facial beard and shave one side on, have one side. Most I don't want us even copying nothing or even looking like nobody else.
Right. Cause he came, he delivered us out of the land of Egypt. And the Egyptian had y'all ever seen that the bald head with the ponytail and all that stuff? All that stuff like that. That's their culture. That's not our culture, man. You know what I'm saying? That had nothing to do with us. It's almost what them boys that be paying out that money. What they call them when you got the beard right here, but then you cut off some of the hair, like right here on the side, right here. What you call that? Then they shape it up. They don't really touch the hair, but they just kind of a temp fade. You pay all that money. You know what a temp fade is? It's a guarantee that I'm gonna see you next week. That's what it is. I ain't even cut your hair, Kowal. You know what I'm saying? I take the clippers, shake, and that's it. Put a line on it. It's a guarantee I'm gonna see you in a week and a half. When you get braids in your hair, you ain't seeing no barber out. Your rib, the closest thing you gonna find to a barber, and you gonna make sure she supposed to make sure you straight. Cause when I get my hair braided, I'll be loving it, boy. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Y'all know I'm just joking, right? But I can only imagine brothers when they get their hair braided and the rib put the oil in their hair and the scalp be feeling all fresh. And I dream of that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So lock it if I may. You know what I'm saying? Just one of them things I think I would take pleasure in. You know what I'm saying? But those things the Lord gave us. Those are moments that you would share with your rib. You understand? Or your brothers got daughters that would do their hair. You know, those things matter. Because as a young lady, you would want your daughters to know how to take care of their hair. Those things are real good. So that way they're not around and the other sister joking on them about their edges when they get older. What? It's the truth. Y'all know women can be cruel. Sisters can be mean as hell. Look at her, she bald head. You know, whatever. Sisters can be mean with each other. They got why did the song go, Sister Britt? Bald head, scallywag, ain't it what it? Look, Sister Britt, so sisters can be mean. Right. But when you learn the truth about it, it don't matter about that. It's about how you treat your sister. You understand? But the Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments of what to live by, no matter where we go. Read verse 28.
Count 28 or 18, sir?
18. No, 28. Verse 28, right?
Oh, Salakia. Count. There's a book of Leviticus.
Hold on, Salakia. And neither shall I mar the corner of thy beard. What does it mean to mar?
Salakia, sir, to cut.
Give me the definition of mar.
Count.
Hey, Google, what is the definition of mar?
Mar is used as a verb to mean impair the appearance of, disfigure as in, no wrinkles marred her face. Do you want to hear a few synonyms for mar?
No.
So like I said, this is the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. It's from Mar. It says to ruin or diminish the perfection or wholeness.
To ruin or diminish the perfection of wholeness. Whatever the Lord gave you as a brother, your beard, it's whole to what the Most High gave you. My beard don't look like Quadam, but whatever the Most High gave Quadam is his. And for him to have it, it makes him whole. It may not look good, it may not be mine, but it's his. But anytime you destroy that if you destroyed that thing, that perfect, anybody know anything about going to the barbershop, right? So how do you know that something has been diminished or disfigured when you go to the barbershop, Quadon? Come on.
So like you, sir, if I may, as you get that shape up, and you're going against that beard. When you put that alcohol on that beard, on that face, ooh wee. That's why every brother cringe when they feel that alcohol.
No, they smell it first, Quadon. he get the thing out. You looking at his hand. You see what you. He just put all that on. He doing this and then someone do it real smooth. He test it all up. Why? Why are you doing that naturally in your body and your spirit? What was happening?
So like you, sir, if I may, because you ruin or diminish the perfectness of the shape up.
It's cutting your skin. Some of them clippers out there, Bunky, y'all, you damn brother be bleeding trying to get a shape up. You see them if they and this is how you know this is real. Like for young men, like when you take your young sons out there to get their haircuts and you let them get shape ups, what do you see on them young children? They make marks on them real early. And they got whelps on them down there. And as they get older, guess what? If the marks, they don't go away. They tend to stay on the children's hairline and stuff like that. Come on, man. And then the brothers out there shaping their beard. When you in the military, what the first thing they get, Kawal? Razor bumps. That's a sign of destruction. Something that's not right going on in the body, right? Something that shouldn't be happening. And our hair is naturally curly. So what happens is the hair is curled below the skin. You're talking about destruction, man. See those things in the earth. See, you fill up your own belly when you talking about getting the shape up and all these things like that. They ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. If you belong to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, just in understanding this, you want to keep these law, statutes, and commandments. This is brotherly. We was talking about going back to the basics. I just want to go over something real small, so that way, if anybody looking at these classes, it's things like that should allow you to say, well, what else don't I know? What else don't I know? What else can I learn in? What else? How else? What other days can I tune in and learn more about being a brother or a sister? Right? Read verse 28. Quadon.
Come on, it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28.
Come on.
You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you.
Now, what is this talking about? What do you think this is talking about, Sister Kalipa? What do you think this is talking? Read it again for the sister.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Most High.
Go ahead. What do you think this is talking about? Tattoos. Get a sister a hand. You know what I'm saying? Tattoos. What else? Who? They do that? They do what now? Ain't nobody doing that. You be walking around looking like you asking a question all day. Come on.
So like you said, if I made the part where it says, you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, would that be like how the Gaza people, when they get mad or they be mad at their mama, they start cutting themselves?
That too. But we talk about as in the Hamitic culture, right? They're famous for making knots in their skin and stuff like that. Markings in their skin. Hindu too, right? If I'm not mistaken. But they put that ink in their skin, they knot their skin up like tribal markings, like Hawaiians or all the them tribal markings and all that stuff, the way they do that stuff. Yeah, there you go. What's the name of the movie? Wakanda, all that. Yeah, Black Panther. We all know. It's all Killmonger, Black Panther, Wakanda. It's all together. Yeah. What you're doing is you're allowing your skin to kilo it, if I may, right? That means your skin has suffered some type of trauma, and the Lord don't want us to walk around with that type of trauma on our body. You understand? That was that. The brands like the steppers. That's what I call them, the steppers. The fraternities and sororities don't do the branding duty.
So like I heard of sisters getting branded. I haven't heard of sisters getting branded anywhere.
Damn. So what are you doing? You worshiping Greek gods? The Lord is against that. How are we gonna be brothers if you worshiping idol gods? How are we gonna be brothers and sisters if you living on a life of so vanity about your appearance all the goddamn time? Now, us as Israel, we like to be clean and make sure everything is in place. But if you worried about staying in line and being the first person at the barbershop every damn weekend, how you gonna serve the Lord? How you gonna do it? One more thing, we won't get up out of here. This is one more thing that we was talking about. Captain Cycle War was talking about this. He was talking about the color purple. And we was talking about how these other groups out here think that purple is I ain't gonna get into it. Save for next time. And with that, we got any questions before we get up out of here? Anybody got any questions or anything like that? We to what? All right, with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Preacher Prophet Lord Kodan. I'm gonna go into it.
I.S.U.P.K. We're the I.S.U.P.K. on its Commander General YAHANNA. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we are still in the observation of the Feast of First Fruits, which the last day is Saturday, April the 23rd, which is over a count of 50 days. You celebrated the 50th day, sundown, June the 12th, before sundown, which is found in Leviticus 23rd, 10 through 22. It says, remind Akim and Akwathian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. So if you know, there's always things that's going to talk about upcoming events and things like that. So always be aware of what's going on. It says, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, meaning boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute up to the teacher, men of Israel, Imagine. Sisters, Yeshua, stay seated. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher, Shabbat, Imagine. Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak
Yahweh Sisters, Imagine. Sorry, men of Israel, sorry, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute unto the sisters. Men of Israel, Shabbat, Imagine. Barak, Yahweh Shema Latah B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Yahya Matah, class dismissed.
I was about to go into the purple, but I said, say it out.